Alright, so this is what if Deku had the truth seeking orbs. Alright, but let me go ahead and tell you. I know a little bit about truth seeking orbs, but I don't know the most. So if I get something wrong, just tell me in the comments. But anyway, alright, on with the what if. So Deku, he was born, and he was a caring kid. You know, he was nice to everyone, and he got good grades. He was smart, all that stuff. And when he was 4, he got his quirk. Now, yo, I just thought of something. What if Monetta's son had truth-seeking orbs? But anyway, yeah. So Deku, he woke up and he saw orbs behind his back. He saw black orbs, 7 of them, and he didn't know what it was, but he was excited, cause he knew that it had to be his quirk, cause they followed him. Now he went down to his mother and asked her to take him to the quirk doctor, and the doctors was astonished when they ran tests, cause they found out that the orbs behind him could defend him, could attack, could be manipulated, could turn into things, a lot of stuff, absorb, and they were just astonished. So they came up with a name. Now, there's another name that y'all can give him, but I'm gonna just say right now, truth-seeking orbs. But yeah, so Deku, he would show off his quirk, turn it into a staff. He would move him around his body. He would suck up stuff, all that stuff. And him and Bakugo, they had respect for each other because they knew each other had strong quirks. Now, Deku, he would not be Bakugo's lackey, more like a friend. So in this one, Bakugo would not be as arrogant because he has Deku to humble him. Now, Deku would apply for UA and encourage Bakugo to do the same, even though Bakugo already would. And Deku, he would train with Bakugo. They would heighten each other's senses, improve on each other's quirks, and find out new things they can do with their quirks. So Bakugo will have Hollister impact early. Now, the teacher throws the papers up, all that stuff, and says who's applied for UA. And this time, Bakugo doesn't go on his rant. He just nods in approval when the teacher calls his name. And after class, he goes to Deku and he says, Deku. he still calls him Deku. You trying to play the game today? Deku will respond, I don't know. I might train a little bit. Bakugo. Well, that's your loss, buddy. Well, I'm just gonna go home. Probably do some training as well, since you brought it up. And Deku's like, alright, have fun with that. And gets up and walks off. Now he's walking. And he's walking to the tunnel. And the sludge villain comes out. And he jumps at Deku, because he needs to hide from All Might. But one of the orbs expands, because they automatically defend him. And it sucks up the sludge villain and traps him inside. And when All Might slides around the corner, Deku tells All Might that the villain was trying to attack Deku, was trying to attack him, and he gives it up. He gives the sludge villain to All Might. Now All Might is amazed and how the sludge villain was caught so easily by this young boy. He says, "Young boy, what is your name? You seem like a strong kid. Are you applying for UA?" Deku will reply saying yes. "Well, I think you have a good chance of passing. You seem very strong. You might even have power that could stop me." All Might starts laughing at his own words. "Yeah, that's funny," Deku will say, and he will wish All Might farewell. He used to be a big All Might fan, but now he really doesn't have a favorite hero. Now Deku will be walking home, and he will get there, and his mother would just be cooking, and Deku will be chill, and he will go outside and go to the beach. Now, he wants to clean the beach. He finds out that it used to be beautiful, but it has been polluted with trash, and it will be easy for him to train the strength of his orbs. Now, Deku, he would try to use his physical body to move half of the trash and use his orbs to do half the trash, so he would be stronger and faster. Now, Deku would pick up stuff that was half his height, and stuff that was taller than him or his same height, he would push it so he could get faster with pushing it. Now, after 10 months, it only took Deku about 5 months to move with his body, and less than a month to move it with his orbs. Deku would then have time. He would then have time to make moves, and he would make moves like he would create a weapon out of the orbs and change it. He doesn't have to make it go through his hand like Obito. He can just do it. So, he would he would make axes, swords, staffs, and he will also learn that he could ride on the truth seeking orb after flattening it. Now, it's time for the UN entrance exam. Deku, he goes in, he doesn't trip, and he goes into the test, and he's a smart kid. He'll get probably 5th place. Now, Deku, it will be the practical exam, and Deku will have his staff on hand. And when the gates open, Deku would start walking in, and then all the truth-seeking orbs behind him, all 6 other ones that are still behind him, scatter and just absorb and crush and demolish robots. Everything it touches is gone. And the teachers are amazed by this, and they tell Deku, they don't tell him, but they say that they have to send in the 0-pointer early. So Deku, he's still walking, and then he hears the screams, and he notices that scream is a girl scream. It doesn't sound familiar, but he knows that people must be in trouble. So he would call back his orbs, and he would go running to the girl, and then he'll see the 0-pointer. Now, Deku, he would think quickly, and then he had an idea. He jumps up as high as he can, and then he uses an orb to bring him up even higher. Then, when he's high enough, he makes all his orbs come together into a gigantic black orb, and then he throws the orb. It's not as big as Kaguya's, but it's big nonetheless. He throws the orb at the 0-pointer, and when the 0-pointer is hit, he falls back, and he is getting crushed by the gigantic orb. And Deku falls. He's falling. So he has to call one of his orbs back. All his orbs back before he hits the ground. And it swoops under and gets him. And it catches him, so he doesn't break his legs from hitting the ground. And he used 2 orbs to pick off the rubble off of Uraraka. He doesn't, and Uraraka, she looks up and sees Deku holding his hand out, and she starts blushing. And Deku says, I heard that you needed help, so I came, and I'll protect everyone, even if it costs me. And Uraraka remembers them words. And then it's the end of the practical exam. And that's where I'm going to end this part off. Hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day. Sleep, or whenever you're watching this video. And if you want, you can subscribe.